There are a lot of bad vegan dessert recipes out there, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can spot the good ones. You know, the ones that are easy and quick to make, the ones that you're gonna make over and over again, and those that are so good and delicious, they're even gonna trick your meat-eating friends into thinking they're eating regular desserts. Are you ready? And for the record, I've been a vegan for over 10 years and I'm a professional vegan baker, so I know good vegan desserts when I see one. So let's do this. The first sign of a good vegan dessert recipe is that it has a short list of ingredients and a short description. Let's start with the ingredients. If you have a list of more than 7 or 8 ingredients, you're in trouble. Now, if your ingredients list requires you to make an extra trip to the health food store and has something like xanthan gum or pectin, then you're really in trouble. These recipes are not going to be easy or beginner level. And odds are, if you're not familiar with the ingredients you're using, it's not going to be a guaranteed win for you in the end. As for the instructions, a long list of instructions and a lot of steps are the opposite of quick and easy. Plus, the more steps that you have, the more room there is for mistakes to happen and for error. The second sign of a good vegan dessert recipe is that it's not advertised as low carb, low fat, or healthy. Now, I know I might get some hate for this, but hear me out. It is my professional opinion as a vegan baker and my personal opinion as a vegan of more than 10 years that usually those words are just euphemisms for bad. Now, is that true for all desserts? Of course not. Right? As a general rule, those types of recipes require special ingredients, which we just covered is the opposite of quick and easy, and they also tend to mess with the sugar and fat content of the recipe in order to make it low fat, low carb, or healthy. Now, what that means is that when you're dealing with one of those recipes, odds are, most likely, they will not taste like a decadent, amazing, mouth-watering dessert simply because they are not a decadent dessert. They are a healthy version of it. They have less sugar, they have less fat. And let's face it, that's a lot of what we love about desserts. So if you're looking for a decadent, amazing, mouth-watering dessert, full fat, full sugar, stay away from those healthy signifiers. The third sign of a good vegan dessert recipe is that the photo or video in that recipe clearly shows the texture. See, here's the thing. With a good enough photographer or the right lighting or props, anything can look nice. So don't get distracted by the setting and how beautiful the picture looks, and instead you're going to zoom into the photo of the actual food to see what the texture looks like. Here's an example. If I just pull up my phone right now and I go on Pinterest and I pull up this recipe over here, just a random, I just Googled vegan recipe. You can see this picture of a cake, but when I zoom in to it, I can see that the actual cake is not really looking that great. It's looking a little dense, like there's not that many air pockets in there. So now I know that this cake is not going to be a light, airy cake, which are the kinds that I like. So if you like very dense, like tightly packed together cake, then this is for you. It is just not for me. You really want to zoom into it and really see the details in the actual structure and the texture of the food, because anything can look good from far away. And as you start doing this, you're gonna find out that a lot of vegan dessert recipes are Monets, okay? They're great from far away, but when you zoom in, kind of a mess. So pay attention to that texture. Final tip for identifying a good vegan dessert recipe is that it's coming from a trusted vegan source. Listen, you wouldn't go to the dentist to take care of your heart problem, right? So don't go to a non-vegan influencer for your vegan recipes, because they're not experts in vegan baking and they're just Googling what to do just like you, but they won't tell you that. Influencers like the Edgy Veg, a virtual vegan, and yes, even me, we do vegan recipes day in and day out. It's what we do. So yeah, we kind of know what we're talking about when it comes to vegan baking. So whether you go with one of our recipes or you find something else online, just make sure that the influencer that you're getting the recipe from actually knows what they're talking about and they're experts in vegan baking before you start making that recipe. And if you want some good vegan recipes, I actually have a whole playlist of them. I'll put the link in the description below. If you liked this video and thought it was helpful, please give it a like. It will show YouTube that there's some helpful information in here, and it will show it to more bakers and vegans in the algorithm. Now, if you're ready to get started with baking some vegan desserts, may I suggest my favorite cookies of all time, these molten ones over here? Unbelievable. guarantee you they're gonna be a success. I will see you guys here next week. Until then, stay curious.